Hello and welcome to 365 Days of Healing. Today we thought we'd talk about water and the value of water and why water is so important in our world. It's an interesting phenomena that our Earth is made up of around between 70 and 80% of water. Our bodies also are made up of between 70 and 90% of water, depending on how hydrated we are and what ages we are. And each of our organs carry different percentages of water, which is a really interesting phenomena in itself. Some organs, for example, the brain and the heart, around 73% of water, the lungs 83% of water. And this is why it's so important to stay hydrated. If we don't stay hydrated, our lungs particularly dry out, and we're more prone to bacterias and viruses or allergens that come in that affect our health. So the important thing is to stay hydrated. So the important thing is not just to stay hydrated, but to be in the balance of hydration. And that means that we need to replace what we lose. And that is our skin loses so much water every day, particularly when it's very hot, but all the time we're in just the atmospheric conditions draw water from our bodies through our skin. And so we need to hydrate ourselves to stay at the optimum level of health. The kidneys and the muscles are around about 79, 80% water. So you can see that each of the main organs throughout our body are different degrees or different percentages of water as well. And why it is so vital that we keep replacing the water that we're losing. When we breathe, when we respirate, we actually are losing water as well on each outward breath. So we're losing moisture on that outward breath. So we need to, as I say, keep replacing it. The foods we eat, the higher the water content, the more alkaline our bodies will be. And to be more alkaline in our bodily self means that our health is much more valuable and working at its optimum level. So the more plant life we can eat, the more clean water we can consume, the more of the fruits and vegetables that we consume keeps our bodies in a more alkaline state. And the more alkaline our bodies are, the more health we manifest, because our bodies, as soon as they move into the pH of the acidic line, we actually are becoming more and more toxic in ourselves. So it's vital to understand where we are sourcing our water. Now, if you go and look up a Dr. Emoto, you will see the value of the intention and the value of our words and our thoughts and feelings, the frequency that we send to water. And he did a lot of studies on water, and he came to realize that if our intention was one of love and positivity, the water that we then consume, or that is in our environment, has a more crystalline and powerful energy coming from it. If we have bad thoughts, angry thoughts, unhappy thoughts, depressed thoughts, the actual crystalline value of that water changes and it is more toxic to us. So it becomes vital. Now, the water that is coming through our taps, of course, has got many different chemicals in it, supposedly for our health. Now, it may kill off certain bacteria that are not beneficial to us. However, consuming the chemicals in that water is actually going to be misaligned to the cells of our body and eventually will cause ill health and organic disruption. So it could be that it leads to autoimmune problems. It could be that the toxic levels of those chemicals within that water are interfering organically, not just with those organs, but also with our endocrine system. And one of the things that we know that, say, fluoride affects is our pineal gland, and our pineal gland is the gland that allows us to look outside of ourselves into different dimensions. So outside of the 3D template, and we are looking then to the higher dimensions and back to the Godhead or the monad or essence and source. When we filter our water, and if we use a very good quality filter of where we're very aware that we have to change the filters within the canisters, say, of that filtered water, we can take out many, if not all, of those chemicals that are detrimental to our natural health. It alkalizes the water. It changes the ions in that water if we use filtered water. Another way to do it that I've come across is if we freeze water, it actually changes the molecular structure. So freezing of water and then using the defrosted water to consume will take out a lot of those or change the chemical structure of the water as well. Now, if we think about life, if we think about how water has always been symbolic of purification and purifying our natural environment with water. When it rains, there is a change in our atmosphere. There's a change in the negative, positive ions, and that assists the earth to come back to balance. Exactly the same as for us. We can actually feel the cleansing effect of water when the rains come. Now, only though if the rain is non-toxic, because there is a thing called acid rain, and it usually comes from places that are highly developed in the industrial world, and the smogs coming from cars and industry and all sorts of things affect that uptake of moisture through the atmosphere into the clouds that then comes back as rain. So it, as I say, it becomes vital to cleanse our water and to keep it as alkaline and chemical free as possible. Throughout the ages, water has been recognized as a spiritual link, because if we observe water in nature, we know that water can even wear away mountains, and it becomes a very valuable source of wisdom if we recognize, if we just keep working at something, we can change and we can move even mountains. All right. And that takes us into, of course, time and what time means. In the infinity of time, time is nothing, because even this now is just that. It's not even that in infinity. So ponder water, bring water into your life. Let yourselves be washed clean with water. The cleaner the water, even on your showers, you can put filters that actually wash away a lot of the negativity from you with the use of water. And if you're using ionized water or alkaline water, your body actually can take in water through your skin, and that helps to hydrate you as well. So please go away and discover all you can about water and the benefits of water, and the understanding that we were in the womb, we actually were in a watery environment, and water is a very natural place for us to be and to feel, and which assists us to cleanse ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So go away and investigate all you can. It is a life-giving source. And namaste. Happy drinking.